All right, just want to do a quick review of where we're at so far with searching for keywords. I think everyone's getting it now, but I think it's important to go through one last review of this just to make darn sure you've got everything, because this really is the foundation of how you're going to rank in the search engines. This is your fundamental research to go find phrases. And now as we go forward, we'll be talking more about copy and conversion. So, one thing when you're evaluating a keyword is think, is that a browser or a buyer? But you know what, at this point, I tend to go for them all anyway, because sometimes when it's not a particular buyer-related keyword, sometimes that can act as a really good lead generator. So anyway, I just want to go through the foundation again. So in this case, I'm re-reviewing the keywords and looking for more green money lines on Crediteria.com. So just a review, I'm at Word Tracker. I log into the keyword research section and select keywords like credit card, and just keep adding to my basket all these keywords, and then I'll click this dig button and add all those, and so on and so forth, and just keep plowing through, collecting a massive list of keywords, which then, let's just go back. And once that's done, of course, you click here, and then that takes you to the competition search. You want to click this competition search and start looking for where there's fewer than 10 phrases. There's been a lot of questions about, well, what if there's 1,000? What if there's 500? Well, those are still very easy rankings to get. But the point is, if you're targeting something with less than 10 competitors, it means that it's a given, you're going to get top 10. You can't help but get top 10 when there's only, say, 8 competitors. Say you're competitor number 9 and you get your content done right, you will be number 1. Number 2, in some cases, geez, I'm highly disappointed with my number 3 or 4 listing. But you get the point, that if there's fewer than 10 competitors, you're a shoe-in for that top 10 listing. Now, if there's, say, 1,000 competitors, that's still very few competitors. You guys can do that. I go into phrases where my green money lines are upwards of 5 million competitors. So don't worry, I'm setting the foundation that'll show you how you can go into these massive heavily competition markets and dominate. It's easier than you think it is to do. Most people don't really know how to do it. So when you see all those results, do know that you've got somebody that knows exactly what they're doing on your side, showing you every step that I go through to get there. So again, here we are at Word Tracker, and we want the competitive analysis. So we click that, click Google, because Google's the only search engine we care about. Click proceed, that'll generate a list of words, and scroll through each one of these painstakingly and go through the same process. And then at the end of it, click proceed, this button right here, and wait a few minutes. So I'll just pause the video while this generates. Alright, well, the video is paused. I've gone through and run that on all my phrases. So I've got 2,300 and some odd phrases that I've done this for. So now I can go and email those results to my inbox. So subject of email, credit card, keywords, name of person, Google, Nick Dougal, of course, and I'll put in this address. And please, again, don't try and get a hold of me at that address. Do leave questions in the Q&A section of the members area, simply because this address is way overloaded and there's a very high likelihood that I will miss any emails that come there. So just, and once again, if you do try to send to that address, please don't be offended should I not respond. Anyway, now I just go and click send page, and that'll arrive at my inbox. And now I'm going to pause the video again while I go and import those into an Excel spreadsheet. And as soon as I get them, I'll take you through that step again of how to get them from your email into an Excel spreadsheet so you can do easy sorting and spot those green money lines. So we'll be right back, folks. Alright, I've got the email back from Word Tracker in my inbox. So what I want to do is take this email, scroll down until I see where it says numbers, KEI analysis, count, and so on. So all I do is left click with my mouse there and start dragging it down. So right until I get to, there are so many total queries in Word Tracker, whatever. That's how many queries they claim to have in their database that we can go and find out some data about. Anyhow, now what I'm doing is hitting the Control C button to copy and getting that out of the way. Now I've just got a text file here that I've already named, so I just simply go Control V to paste that into that document, and it's all there. So simply File, Save As, and I've already, in this case, named the file. So let's just replace that. And now I typically like to get rid of that line right there and just delete that and save again because it's unnecessary. It's just a separator. And what we're going to be doing is importing these into Microsoft Excel on comma delimited fields, and I'm going to show you that right now and how to do that. So what I have here is Microsoft Excel, and I want to import some external data. That's that Excel, or that text file we just saw. So we're coming back and we're going through all my stuff into IM training docs. And where did that go? Oh, there we go, recordings. And actually, I just want to show you something here. You notice this little folder right here? Anytime I make a mistake, I always make a note of it, and I'll share mistakes I made with you even along the way in putting this project together. That's one of the facts of life, is you've got to move forward. You've got to be willing to make a mistake, because guess what? We are all human, and we're never perfect. So there's occasionally times where I go, whoops, I shouldn't have done that so quickly. And you're going to come across those too. And as you go forth and make mistakes, it's important to make note of what you did wrong. So for your next project, you make sure you don't do that again. You know, it's part of the human condition. So here we go. Into recordings, module 1 review. And there's the file we want to import. So now I'll just click open, and it brings up this window. What we want is delimited characters such as comma or tabs, and that's what we have. Our fields are separated by these commas, so that's how Microsoft Excel knows how to get them into the right column. So now I just click next and deselect this tab, that's the default, and select common. You can see it's put them into nice little columns. That's exactly what we wanted. And I will say next. So there we go. And now simply click finish. And all this is doing right here is saying, where do you want to start the data? Do you want to start it in A1, which is the upper left-hand corner? Yep, that's exactly where I want to put it. And there you have it. And the final step you want to do is save that file to credit card keywords. And that's basically it on finding those green money lines, getting that into Excel. So again, to find the actual green money lines, we'll simply want to now go, oh, sorry, I'm clicking the wrong place. What we want to do is just filter that, and it'll show us how many competitors are on any given keyword. So a lot of you were asking, what about keywords such as this? Printable rewards charts. Okay, that's probably not the best keyword, but given the fact that there's only 1,500 competitors in a very, very cluttered space, let's say, credit cards, there's literally hundreds of millions of sites out there. But when there's only 1,500 competing, that's very few. That's incredibly easy to do. And I've even actually added phone cards into this. Sprint International phone cards. There's only 1,500 people competing there, and that's really still a green money line. Again, the true green money lines are keywords such as this right here. There's only 7 competing on that, which means if I write an article, by the way, I'm showing you how to do it, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a top 10 spot. However, if you see a phrase with 38, 51, 116, or you know what, even up to 75,000, 100,000, that's still very few competitors. So the key is that those will likely take a few days to rank versus minutes. The reason these rank in minutes is there's nobody competing. And that's basically a great review on finding your green money line. So don't get too hung up on this right now, and that's exactly why I do recommend you use Word Tracker. Get the 1-year subscription for it, because you'll want to keep coming back and running keyword research, because this is going to be where you spot those money making opportunities. So now I'm going to stop the video, and I will do another recording on how to spot or how to generate your articles. And that will be followed by how to set up WordPress to get that SEO friendly for getting your content published on the internet, to get you up and ranking those articles that you're writing. Anyway, you take care, folks, and I know you can do this. And remember, always use positive affirmations every step of the way you go in business, especially if you're new. Keep telling yourself you can do it. Put yourself in a mindset of, I am a successful internet marketer. I am a successful entrepreneur. Tell yourself that over and over and over again. And pretty much every time I talk with you, I'm going to remind you about that, because that's one of the most critical elements to success, is believing you can, combined with the right information. Signing off for now, Google McDougall, yours in success.